Fingers crossed. Way behind, getting a little behind here. We were about to start on time. 4 restarts later. All right. Let's see if we can actually stick with it this time. Will they restart again? That is the question. Oh! He had so much speed if he just cut in. It's like, dude, you could have definitely cut in there and not tapped him. Would have passed. Like, oh, he still got the pass, thank God, but that was not ideal. He would have been friggin' up with the other guys if he didn't tap him there. He lost so much speed on that. You wish to perish, TVR. It wasn't that bad. I mean, you had a great run up until then, you know. Sometimes technical difficulties happen. And I think everyone stopped at the wrong point at some point, so it happens. Well, I think that's the point of having it where it is, so that the cars aren't so bunched up going through a rouge. Oh, dude, what is this? What just happened? What are they doing? I am so confused right now. So AWR dive bombing again into the corner, then smashing people going into the pits. I don't know what that was. I don't know if that was lag or what. I mean, could be bad connection. I'm not sure. Appreciate the follow. It's anonymous. Good looking out. It's anonymous. Oh, here's Sappytron, who's very sure that he was gonna have a tough race. Looks like he's doing okay. Keeping it in control. That's all I was telling him to do. Hopefully he was listening. Looks like he's doing pretty good. We got Barchi. I'll check in a sec. I'm just putting more juice in my vape. See how Ito-san is doing. 1 cup cork in the bottle. You think he's drinking wine while he's friggin' racing? There's Ito-san. Cruising. Yeah, Ito's pretty fast. Racing so far. AWR guys going for their early pit. Wrecking people on their way into the pits. Oh, look at Win Cup up here. He's been practicing. Yeah, they were driving all of Stint 1, they were good, and most of Stint 2, it was good. I think they're just salty because the MRT, whoever's driving the last stint, was really aggressive trying to get that pass for second. And then they ended up getting, you know, traffic caught up because the AWR car was driving defensive, the MRT was being chippy. Just slowed them both down, then it brought the pack up, and then once the pack groups up, you can't really be defensive with 3 guys right on your bumper, so shit happened because, you know, it's 4 cars driving hard at the end of a 2-hour stint. And then AWR, I guess, thought that they got screwed out of it or something. There was a little tap on the bumper, nothing crazy, but just enough that they could pass on the inside. And then they just started dive bombing people. Like, I saw it like 3 times after that. Just kept trying to dive bomb the people in front of them. Like, you're not entitled to the position. Like, blocking the entire track is not defending. Like, you defend a position by running a line and driving fast. You don't just go inside to inside, block the track, and get mad when there's contact. Like, that's not racing. You're not entitled to the position. You have to earn the position and hold it. And I don't think that they should crash the pass, but when you're over braking and driving inside to inside with 3 people behind you, contact's going to happen in a race. It's racing. They're not there to, like, watch you drive defensive, you know? So, like, that's neither here or there, the whole, like, what happened. It's just, I feel like AWR, their team, is very upset right now with the rest of the field, and I think they're taking it out on them in their driving. So, hopefully they calm down. It's a long race. You know, if they start doing this now, there's a lot of stints left where people are going to retaliate back on them. It's just you don't want that to start happening. So hopefully they can kind of bury the hatchet, calm down a bit, and get back to racing. PeppeVag. That's I'll take that. That's a solid accomplishment. Kimmick's doing good. Love to see it. Alright, let's see what else is going on in the field. Quenzig R. Right in the middle of this pack. Oh, he's in the sweet paint job car. We've got the drag racing lizard fish with a hat on, ready to go. MRT, Darkster, we got a whole little pack up here in the front. I like this. Let's see where it's CR, Perchy, sled, bum drop. I wonder what happened to Ito. I mean, he just pit. I'm just curious why he's behind the AWR guys. I thought he was farther up, but I wonder what happened here. I mean, he definitely pit, but I didn't think he was that far back because the AWR guys were like pretty far back in the pack when they pit. Something must have happened with Ito. We missed it. Go back up to this front pack though. Some good racing up here. Don't want to miss any of this action. Especially if there's a Darkster dive bomb. Gotta get that on stream. Noble DC on Noble CW. That sucks. Always tough when an A-lobby team, and it's always tough when any team lags out. You know, everyone puts a lot of work into this, so. And the lag out rule is kind of crap. Like, I sat there in the town hall meeting and listened to them defend the lag out rule, but like, it's just the same tired excuses that there always is for the lag out rule. Like, if we put it up any more, people are gonna abuse it. Like, if you screw up in a race, you lose like a mile or two. You lag out, you're losing 10 to 30 miles. So I don't know how an extra 5%, like, okay, so instead of 30 they get, or instead of losing 10 miles, they only lose like 8. Like, I don't understand the logic in them saying another 5% distance is gonna, you know, people could abuse it. I think the lag out rule is not made very well. Like, you shouldn't be able to lag out and like win the stint, but you should still be able to get like competitive mileage out of it where you're not out of a 24-hour race. Like, they don't do drop stints, and one lag out is way too much distance off. Like, I'd love to see their equation so I can break apart the math, but you know, they say it's super complicated, but I doubt it's calculus that they use to calculate distances. Well, I know they worry about abuse, but it's like, it's so far from being good mileage that like you're never gonna abuse the race. I mean, you're never gonna abuse it and then win. You know, like, that's definitely the borderline, but I feel like people should still be competitive. Because it's based on, like, I think the average stint of your team, and then you get like a percentage of that, like 80%, but it's only like of the distance left in the race. Like, these stints, let's say you lose 10%. Across a whole stint, that's like 17 miles or 18 miles is 10%. And they got it at 20%. So if you lag out early in a stint, like that NWR car did, dude, they lost like 20 miles. Oh, don't be mean. I assume it's like a translation error. I don't think English is their first language. Yeah, I feel like the lag out rule could be made better, but it's not like they have the equation out in the open for people to break it down and like make suggestions. Like, it's all in-house, you know? Like, I would love for them to post sometime what the equation is that they use to calculate this stuff. Because there's definitely a better solution to this. Because this is like, you go, like, let's say you're in third place, second or third place, you get 1 DC, you're down to like 25th, 30th, something like that. It's so much. It completely takes you out of the race. Like, there's no way you're going to make a podium if you have a DC, no matter how good you drive. You could win every stint. It's like, you get a DC, good luck getting a podium. Unless you're winning your stints by like a mile or two. It's like, that's a lot to make up. I don't know, that's my 2 cents on it. I don't think it's ideal. And normally it wouldn't be as big of a deal, but the netcode in Forza is so bad. Yeah, I just don't like that. Like, I can see if you're looking for the realism, but like, as gamers, we're here for the competition, and we're looking for competitive balance, you know? And it's not, the game's so unreliable, the netcode is so bad, that penalizing people when sometimes there's like 5 people that get blown out of a race at a time, it's like, the rule shouldn't be so harsh. Like, I'm not against there being a lag out rule. Like, it shouldn't be good to lag out. But I don't think it should eliminate you from contention, from something that's out of your control. I wouldn't call it a mechanical failure, because they could have tuned the car crazy, they didn't check something right. Like, this is completely out of anyone's control, because the game's netcode is just horrible. But it's hard to say exactly without seeing the actual math and being able to... Like, it's easy to say, but they said if they tried 85% and people were abusing it. I just want to see the math on it to understand why it works like that. But I mean, I'm nobody to Tora, so I don't think they would really care about my input. It would have to be really good input. Zero getting defensive over here. You must really like that lag out rule. Well, you said they've explained the math multiple times, but I was at the town hall meeting. There was no explanation of function. They tell you examples of when they've tried to do stuff, but it's not like the equation is there for you to see. I just would like to check the math, you know? I'd like to peer review how they do it. Right now, we're just taking their word for it. I mean, maybe they're right. I don't agree with it, but I'm not saying that they're wrong, because I can't look at the math or the equation and see what they're actually doing, you know? It's just written kind of vaguely. And you get 80% of the average from where you lagged out. So I mean, I get that, but it's like, then you hear how they talk about it, and the equation sounds way more complicated than like distance plus average times 80% or something, you know? But we get a nice Darkster dive bomb. I was having too much fun talking about equations. So Zero, you seem to be very well versed on the math and the lag out rule. Would you mind explaining why it's balanced? I mean, I wouldn't hate on that. Always curious. I know the math is a little weird because I've had to correct them when they've docked us for like 30 miles from lagging out at the end of a stint. And it's just like, how does that even make sense? No, they're A lobby. Yeah, I could see that. But it's just like, I don't know, mechanical failures happen in racing, but I think the DCs are more common than mechanical failures. And like a DC doesn't happen because you overdrove your car and like over-revved it, you know? It's not like a penalty for driving too hard. But whatever. I mean, it's not like, obviously we do all these races, so it's not, I'm not like super butthurt about the rule. I just feel bad for people who put so much time in and then they just get hammered, you know? Like NWR Danzilla lagged out pretty early in the stint wannabe lobby. It's just like, dude, that sucks, you know? Because they might pull out, you know, all the work you put in. Luckily they stayed in the race, but that's just hard to see, man. Hard to see. Oh, there it is. Interesting. So I'll have to play with that. I appreciate that, Sunshine. I've always wondered what the actual equation is. Copy and paste that so I don't lose it. You know, because I don't like to hate on it. You know, like if I'm going to critique something, I'm going to come up with a solution. So I'm definitely going to look at that, see if I can figure out some numbers that make more sense. And if they don't change it, they don't change it, you know? It's their league. I'm not hating. Yeah, just variables. It's all good. I don't mind it being lowest stint. It's the percentage that gets me. Like, you're already taking, like, your worst stint. Yeah. There's my text document. There's the equation. Save as. Flag. Oh, rule. Darks are driving good. Up in third. Probably should get back to focus on racing instead of the lag out rule. Darks are up to second from the pit cycle. Making a good run in the Gulf McLaren. LMP Grizz trying to keep that podium pace. Hopefully you can keep it up and then finish it out. Looks like a lot of people are going in for the first pit. Yeah, this car lagged out stint 1. It's too bad I didn't get to appreciate the paint. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I think it's got the Scooby-Doo colors. The Mystery Mobile. Yeah, Kofi do. Hey, Con, what is up, man? We're going hard today. How'd your second stint go? I saw you crash into the tire wall once, but I didn't. Someone said you crashed. I'm like, did you crash again? I didn't see that. Yeah. Yeah, third place in stint 1, tough day in stint 2. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you turned TCS off. Yeah, the tune I put up that had 10 decel, that was a really good one for no TCS. And then the second one I put up, I made 4 TCS because you said it was bogging with the other one, so. Have you tried Carried's tune? Carried put up a tune in the Discord too that I guess was pretty good. I didn't get a chance to try it, but Shoya said he was doing real good with it. What we got for racing here? Everyone's spread out. Oh, these guys are right on top of each other. We got Scorpio, we got Kamix. The Kamix and MRT grinding it out. Let's see the action. I wonder, I don't think it specifies too, but in the lag out rule, because it uses your worst stint, if you lag out early in the race, obviously that's going to be a low stint. So if you lag out again later in the race, does it use the first lag out to calculate the second one? Does that make it even worse? I'm just wondering if, when it says lowest stint, does it have to be lowest stint completed, where there's no lag out mileage? Like, that's what I wonder. These are all very specific questions. Uh-oh, what's going on? Checking my phone, seeing some things. All right. A little over a half hour into the race. Gotta check my phone for a minute. Oh, okay. That is interesting. Maybe they have to calculate the lag out rule after some stints have been completed. That would make sense that they can't like calculate it yet. Alright, let me get back focused on the race here. You're saying Bionic Battle Eagle of Song, so where's OTR? Too bad I missed the battle, but we still got some good action going on here. Let's jump on with ACR Bionic. Check out some of the action from here. Gotta love bringing up the lag out rule to the tour community. It's like one of the most contested, hottest topics. We might as well be debating about abortion when it comes to something, dude. Like the lag out rule. You got people on both sides of it. It's always funny. I think there's a good compromise that everyone could be happy with, but that would have to be mathematically perfect, so. And that's easier said than done. mean, I feel like they would just have to wait to calculate it till later. Like, they might put something in for now, but... I was looking at chat. I was looking at chat and I missed the dive, dude. Was it pretty? I always like watching the people at the back of the pack so you can see them make their push up and like... So you just get a good view of the action from here. There's a lot going on. Oh, so close. Caught a little grass. Exit. I mean, Dan was in there for a good bit. I believe he lagged out about like 55 minutes into the stint. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure he had gotten some good distance in by the time it blew up. It's not like he lagged out on lap 3. Yeah, so he lagged out about halfway through. Had almost 100 miles, and then 80% of that. 80% of what's left, so let's see if it was... I don't know how many laps that would be. 22 laps. Yeah, I'm tripping. It's like 2:16, so over 2 minutes a lap. Yeah, I mean, it works out roughly to what I was thinking. Yeah. Was there another one? No, we got Sappy, Tron, and Coco Starfish. Sappy was just trying to finish. Damn. Get some F's in the chat for our lost brethren. Yeah, One Cup was doing really good for a while there. Oh geez, he's falling back a lot. Darks are in second. Quenzig doing Quenzig things. Why is he always in like B lobby? I feel like I did a race a couple races back. I think it was like me, owned, and legacy. I forget what happened. We got, I think our fastest lap. I think we only had one clean lap and the other was dirty, so we had like a horrible qualifying position. Something funny happened like that. Yeah, we had a dirty lap. We were in like D lobby, and then there was like Coenzig and someone else was in there with us. Like he's always sandbagging, dude. He sandbags every race. He just wants to run on open track, open air, go cruising. Yeah, I guess that's why he likes going to like B lobby and stuff. See, the Aston's pretty fast though. Not a bad car. The Dark's running the McLaren, let me know. AWR Nismo. Appreciate the follow, man. Yeah. He didn't do quali, but he's not doing it on purpose. I mean, it's valid. You could sandbag quali if you want. I'll tell you right now, Coenzig is not. He's an A lobby driver for sure. And I just always see him in lower lobbies, dominating the lobby. So I just think it's funny. Wait, what happened? I'm always looking at stream and different stuff, so I miss these little things. The Darks are like cut like a mofo or something. He's just gonna cut all the way to the wall. Ran that pretty good. Looking at the A lobby race in the corner of my eye. Here we got Legacy cruising in 5th, right behind LMPM. OTR popping is gaining hard on him in the Mercedes. No surprise there. He probably ran. He probably ripped out Rouge. Yeah, they're doing all right. They just pit early. They almost died trying to pit early because they were over braking with a pack of people behind them, but not doing bad. So let's see, what are we on? Darkster. Go back to this. Go to damage. Check where the tires, everything are. So Darkster's pit recently. See these AWR guys, how they're doing. Look at that, good timing. Just in time for a little rub in his racing moment. Good Chappie. Appreciate the follow, man. Good Chappie J in the house. Oh, TMS Brandy, good looking out. I think you guys just like the animation. It's pretty sweet, right? Pretty sweet animation. We had those intro videos made so we could do like YouTubes for different games and stuff, but didn't do a lot of creative shit with it. So I'm like, I'm gonna use those for something. Yeah. Like, I understand why he was upset. Because there was definitely, I don't even know if it was you that tapped him. Someone bumped him in a hairpin. I think it was like the S turn coming off the straight right here that we're seeing. So like, they got to the end of the straight, they did the S turn, and then someone bumped them and sent them a little wide coming into this S turn. And passed him. And then after that, I think he was just done. Like, MRT and someone bumped him all ready to get by, and then someone else bumped him, and at that point he just thought everyone was crashing to pass, so he just like screw it and started dive bombing. I shouldn't do it, you know. You want to give them a little bump back, you know. If they tap you to pass, like, then by all means give them a little tap back, but don't go dive bombing and punting people, because then that makes you the asshole. That gets you in trouble. Like, he didn't start it, but they escalated it, and that's what brought it over the line. So it's like, you know, whatever. I'm not a steward. It's not up to me what it is, so I'm not saying they deserve to be SI'd or not, but that's like, it was definitely unwarranted. Shouldn't do stuff like that. It's a good way to get a slap on the wrist. I mean, anyone watching can see why they were annoyed, but like, once you start dive bombing people, you turn yourself into the bad guy, and then, you know, they're not gonna give you the benefit of the doubt after that. Yeah, I saw you die at Eau Rouge a couple of times. They were great illustrations of why the Mercedes isn't overpowered. Like, the Mercedes is the fastest car, but you gotta get the tune perfect. Otherwise, you're gonna have moments like that where the car just wants to kill you and bog. So, that's the trade-off you get with the Mercedes. Overpowered on the straights, but a little hairy if it bogs. That was a little aggressive. Like, yeah, I mean, he was pushing up the inside. PeppeVag didn't give him any room. So luckily Birchie backed out of the move, but like PeppeVag almost like pit maneuvered themselves and friggin' put Birchie into the tire wall there if he actually tried to nose in on that move. It's just stuff like that, where like someone's trying to make a move on you and you're gonna just close the door and almost cause a wreck. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting older and I'm more conservative. I feel like in the long term of the race, it's not worth stuff like that. But I mean, he held it. They didn't crash, and he's got, you know, good position. So in hindsight, it worked out pretty well. But it could have been really bad for both of them. No, there's a difference between tapping someone in the braking zone on the rear bumper a little bit, just enough to unsettle their rear, and like diving into the corner and T-boning them multiple times. Yeah, tapping you in the rear going into a brake zone a little bit is not a punt. That's a racing incident. It's frowned upon, but it happens sometimes. And from my perspective, I would just do it right back to them. If they tap you in the rear bumper to get a pass, the next time you come up in that corner and you're on them, you tap them a little bit in the rear bumper and you get the pass. And that way it's even and no one's getting in trouble, no one's mad, you know? It's just like eye for an eye. But what you guys were doing was not an eye for an eye. That was, you were trying to take him out of the race dive bombing. Like, luckily he saved it, but you almost spun him out completely and screwed up his race. Like, it's a little aggressive. That's all we're saying. It's just a little aggressive. I know you guys were upset, but just you can't try to kill people. You're gonna get in trouble doing stuff like that. I mean, Mute got suspended for a while for doing stuff like that. He was like pushing them into tire walls and crap, but you know, you start dive bombing people too much. Tora's gonna drop the hammer. I don't think you guys are gonna get in trouble like that. Like, you didn't do anything that bad, but just keep it real. Keep it real. You know, you guys got a lot of driving to do with each other, so you don't want to draw a line in the sand and start getting chippy this early in the race. There's a lot of driving left. If we've been here for 5 hours, we're not even a quarter of the way through the race. I try. I feel like I would be a pretty good steward, you know, if anyone ever hit me up to like go over SIs. On occasion, people who do that will ask for my opinion, and it's always a good time looking at film and telemetry and seeing who did what, but you know, racing's racing, shit happens. It's just, you can't be so deliberately trying to hit someone. Like, contact happens, but you can't be dive bombing. But right now he's driving good. Look at this. There's no dive bombing. Nice racing. I like it. But look, you know what? I've been critiquing AWR for their aggressive driving, but PeppeVag's back up to 7th. He's doing good. Making a good run. They had that early pit back in the, you know, 11th, 12th range, and now he's up to 7th. But where's the other guy? The other, oh, Frakkia. Not too far behind. Is there any other good racing going on? I think this is like the best racing on the track right now. Now we'll switch up to the Kimmicks, him and Birchie for a minute. Alright, we got a lot of pitting going on. Let's see if there's any... Woo! So that was aggressive, but it was a good move. He was a little late on the brakes, but he held the inside, gave Birchie room. You know, like, that kind of contact, that would be a racing incident if he went a little harder. Like, he's not trying to hit him. He's got his wheel full lock. He's trying to turn in, hold the brakes. It's just, you know, it's a hard line to break in time for, going inside like that. But sometimes when you go for a move, contact happens, you know, and you got to pull out of the move before you kill him. That's all. Ooh, see, he's trying, but he's being careful about it. Kimmicks really, Win Cup here is really going hard. if the Porsche is going to beat him anywhere, it's probably going to be in the brake zones and on entry because of the weight distribution. And these slower corners, like this is definitely where the Porsche is going to gain ground on the BMW. Let's see what's going on up here. Let's go with bum drop. See how the racing is with misled vision. Forensic leading, Darks are in second, Grizz, LMP Grizz in third, AWR PeppeVag, PeppeVag. That was a funny mispronunciation. I should just call him PeppeVag for the rest of the race. That'd be mean though, I can't do that to him. But up in fourth, that's the main thing. Making a good run. Frakkia up to fifth. Check the damage and see how they are in the pit cycle. Oh, Frakkia in the pits. That answers that. PeppeVag's still out. Hasn't pit yet. PeppeVag, dude. I'm gonna pronounce the name right eventually. Oh, what is this? Dude, I look over at A-Lobby, unleash IG sideways across the front of Yem. Yem got completely destroyed. I guess he's got 100% body damage all over and some suspension damage, but drivetrain looks good. Big crash in A-Lobby between IG and LMP. On Eau Rouge, top Eau Rouge. Oh, that sucks too, because Unleash IG just pit. Got 98% fuel and a bunch of damage, so that's going to really hurt their race, really screwing them on a crash right after the pit cycle. I didn't get to see how it happened, but I just saw that in the corner of my eye. Tough crash in A-Lobby. So Darkser rips this hairpin. Pretty clean, pretty clean. No diving today. Slight extend on the exit, but probably not faster because he hit the slow grass. Oh, misled vision got passed by TMS. We'll see how this shakes down. Looks like a little battle. I feel like this TMS car must be like max aero because it's barely pulling on the straightaway. Misled vision with an unnecessary extend because the McLaren can easily take that corner flat out. I wouldn't say in your hands. The tune is so demanding on this car. It's so hard to get it right. Like, I was hell-bent on running at max min and I could get it to flat out Eau Rouge max min, but it was hairy. I think I was in the wrong gear, honestly, when I was doing that, because I started using like the top gear instead of, like I was using, I think, like a long 4th instead of 5th, something like that. The McLaren, I'm in 6th. Like, you just use the top gear in the kink in Eau Rouge. It's just like, the hard thing with the Mercedes Max Min is you gotta make it stiff enough to hold Eau Rouge in the kink that we're looking at right here, so it can take them flat out. But if you make it too stiff, then it suffers in the slower corners. So you gotta find the Goldilocks between making it fast enough or soft enough that it hooks max min, but not so soft that it can't flat out Eau Rouge in the kink. So getting that Goldilocks perfect with max min aero is really hard. You know, you gotta be a really good tuner to find that. It's gotta be like a perfect tune. But if you got it right, that Merc should run like 15, 16s in the right hands. Like, me personally, I'm running 18s in the McLaren, but guaranteed I could hit 17s in the Mercedes if I got the tune right. Just because of how it's 10 miles an hour faster on the straightaway. Like, if you flat out Eau Rouge right here all the way down the straight where this McLaren's coming into that braking zone, it can hit 177. The McLaren's like 167, 168. 10 miles an hour is a lot. Like, most of the cars fall around that. The Astons are in the high 60s. BMW. Yeah. But that's what balances the Mercedes, is it's hard to, you either have to put aero on it or get the tune absolutely perfect. And it's a lot of work. A lot of work and effort to get that, unless you're just like the god of tuning. But even then, there's no matter what you do, it's not gonna. Oh, it hits 170. There you go. Yeah, see, the BMW's got a little more than the McLaren. Probably more like the Porsche. But dude, compared to the Mercedes, that like is 175 on a bad lap, it's gross. I mean, we didn't pick the Mercedes because I didn't feel like tuning for 40 to 80 hours to get it perfect. And like my base tune on the McLaren was already really fast. So it was like, you know what? You guys want to drive the McLaren? I feel like being lazy. Let's do it. And we ended up qualifying second with it, so it wasn't horrible. But as far as the race goes, like, yeah, the Mercedes is definitely the better race car. You can make more mistakes and make up for it on the straightaway. I tuned the Aston. It actually came out really good. That was like that was probably my third favorite. Like, if we didn't get didn't get it or didn't pick the McLaren or Mercedes, probably would have gone with the Aston because I liked how that drove. M6 is good too. M6 is definitely a good car. Just like we ran the M6 at Sebring. We usually run like the Porsche RSR a lot of times in races. Like just Porsches in general. Probably half the races we've done have been in Porsches. So we just wanted to change the pace. It's not very often the McLaren's competitive, so take advantage of it. Alright, we're an hour 5 minutes into the stint. We only have 35 minutes left. We're getting pretty far into this. We should have about 25 minutes left to do their last pit. So I'm assuming most of the guys have done their 2 pits by now. So let's give it a look-see. Let's check the grid. Let's see how we're looking. Quenzagar way up. AWR PeppeVag finally. Dude. I'm gonna keep pronouncing it with the G. I have a feeling that it's pronounced a different way, but I'm gonna keep calling it PeppeVag, because that sounds better, or more rated G. Dude, look how far up Quenzig is. Is he pit? No, he hasn't pit. That's why he's so far ahead. He hasn't pit. AWR hasn't pit. Darkster just pit. Hasn't pit. Darkster's actually doing pretty good. He's not too far off of Quenzig. I'd say Darkster's in second right now for sure. AWR's, this car is somewhere in the top 5. LMP has already pit. They should be in front of this ACR car. How's MRT looking? MRT pit a little while ago, so they're moving their way. Yeah, so there should be some shuffling soon. A few of the guys in the front are going to be pitting soon. Flex, if it keeps going on a Rouge, then I would say you probably have too much rebound in the front of the car. It's holding the nose down and causing it to keep holding its line when you're trying to transition. Probably just needs like a click less of rebound in the front. And I guess that it could be the roll bars being a little soft too. It's just like sticking and it doesn't have the ability to transfer the weight hard enough. But it sounds to me more like the front rebound's a little too high, if I had to guess. Commix! Oui, oui! Bonjour! That's about all I got. I took French in high school. And, basically, je m'appelle Zach. Je suis American. That's pretty much all I know. Very good education in America. Alright, nice pass by MRT on Grizz. Kind of curious here for the LMP car. Let me just check something. Oh, this will work. Not what I wanted to do. Let me go that, and then put this on telemetry. Yeah, so pretty sure you want to shift earlier in this. Yeah, look how much. So when you look at the telemetry on this car, I was, I think on Suzuka, RS Ferrari tuned a Bentley for me. We was just messing around, seeing what it could do. And he was telling me that you want to shift the Bentley pretty early. And looking at the power band, it starts to fall off. It hits peak around 6 and starts falling off. So you probably want to shift by like 7. But you look at the LMP, I don't know if they've all been doing this, but he's revving it out to like redline. And the Bentley is definitely faster if you shift it a little earlier. So, little tip to the LMP guys, don't over rev the Bentley. You're losing power. It's got a pretty torquey engine. It likes the earlier shifts. Probably shift at like 7. Let's see if he hits peak around 66, drops off. A little past 7, maybe 71, 72 at most, but definitely not 75, 7600. That's over revving it. I think there's more time. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Gotta go fast, right? Gotta go fast. Had 4. What? Dude, you're a character. Drop damage. Oh shit. I think I was late on it, but yeah, I mean, they are very far back, so something must have happened. They just pit. I mean, you could have just... I don't think you'd lose that much distance just from pitting. Alright, I'm going to grab a drink real quick, refill my coffee, and I'm going to show Quenzik some love here because he's been in the lead the whole time and haven't really watched him much. So I'll put it on him for a minute and I'll come back and see what action's going on. So back in a minute, boys. gonna walk away and Scorpio lagged out. Let me look up in the chat what I missed. Quenzig's blazing. Oh, LMP, you're talking about the Bentley? Yeah, I run the Bentley as a 5-speed as well. I believe my GT Hoppers tune is, like the one I have shared, is 5-speed. Yeah, that sounds right. The way you're doing the gears. But yeah, you should try shifting a little earlier. Let's see what happened. WRN. Scorpio, Sappytron, Starfish. How much time left, Kurgan? We have 18 minutes. 18 minutes remaining. So they have about 8 minutes to hit the pits for the final time. So let's look at everyone's... Oh, I screwed up. I always do that. Distance gaps, maps. The damage up here. Alright, so Quenzig probably already did his last pit. There's plenty of fuel to make it to the end. Then PeppeVag, have they done their last pit? They might have done their last pit too. Looks like a really good run for AWR PeppeVag today. Might have been following Quenzig's pit strategy. LMP Grizz, not sure if they've pit. It's got a little more. I don't know. Has LMP Grizz pit 3 times? He could have finished it early and he's just running it out. How is Quenzig doing? I know I was watching him for a little while there. Is he driving pretty good? We haven't really watched him much. Fantasy lines, like he's running really good, I'm guessing. Darkster done pitting. He's in a solid 4th. He was doing a little better. I kind of wonder what happened. Might have got tangled up. Frakkia definitely has to pit one more time. Is he pitting now? Nope. Kind of looked like he was going to pit for a second there. A little late on that. He probably was thinking about it. It's like, should I pit here? Nah. One more lap. So Grizz did have to pit. Got their final pit done. I should have watched Eau Rouge, but let's see how Ito of Song's doing. I assume he already pit for his last time. Doesn't have a lot of tire wear. Oh, looks like the A-Lobby stream went down. Oh, and there goes the A-Lobby stream. Did they finish it? I don't know if he... They must have finished it. Peppa's doing good. Oh, Win Cup's all the way back here. Does he still have to pit? I think he still has to pit. Unless he pit early. Hey, Kimmix, the Kimmix guys, do you know what's up here? Did Win Cup pit 3 times? Or did... I don't know if he still has to pit, but I think he does. He'd have to pit. I think he'd have to pit right here. No? That's tight. If he has to pit still, I don't know. I don't know if he'd have time on the next lap, so he must not have to pit again. So I think the pit will be closed by the time he gets back around again. He must have had to pit early at some point. He's just stretching it. We'll find out. Dude, PeppeVag is out here. He's really driving good now. I mean, he's not far off Gwenzig. Pretty sizable lead on Darkser. I mean, it's a great showing for Peppa. Well, it's some good driving here by the AWR team. Hopefully they can keep it up through the race. Ooh. Things got a little chippy at the end of stint 2, but I think they might have settled down by now. Looking good. Making some good mileage. I like it. I'm sure they'll be competitive with some of the A-Lobby teams. After some stints like that, they can keep doing that. They're definitely running strong. There is about 10 minutes left in the race. About 9.5 minutes. Should probably drink water. I've just been drinking coffee. But stint 4 is going to start after this ends, so it's definitely not starting until this is over, because there's probably some people who are double stinting, so they're not allowed to start stint 4 until 3 ends. Stint 6 and stint 12 are going to start at their scheduled time no matter what, though, because those are makeup stints. You're welcome. Okay. Is there any action? Oh, I see some tight cars up here. A little racing going on. Good line. A little sloppy on the mid corner, but a little wide. Some good driving, I like it. You're both giving each other room. Minimal contact. Oh no, no, oh come on. Frakkia almost took himself out. He didn't hold the inside line and almost pit maneuvered himself across the front. Luckily Bionic was nice and let off before the Forza glue finished it. I like it though. They're just having a good time driving together, it looks like. They're both respecting each other's space, trying to make moves, but they're not trying to kill each other. You know, it's good driving. This is good driving right here to watch. I like it. Little bog on for Frakkia going inside, catching some grass, but maintains it, saves it. Frakkia went a little wide on that first part. Bionic helping him out with a little push to give him some momentum back. Oh yeah, especially if you shift at the right RPM. The Bentley's not slow. Most people just over rev it, so they're like, oh, the Bentley's slow. It's like, no, you're getting out of the power band. It's got a big throaty motor. It's all good. You're going to shift wherever he wants to shift. Get the map up. Not what I wanted. Oh, there we go. Nice run. I hope you were in that clean, because I was looking at like trying to get the screen correct. That was a good pass, though. Caught a little bit of a bog, but not bad. I like that. That's a good line. Got that early in, late apex line. Perfect for that corner. Gain some little ground. Bentley looks like fun though, I'm not gonna lie. It just sounds great. Never go wrong with the sound of the Bentley. Alright, 4 minutes left. Right on the dot. Let's see how good I did on my timer. I'll try to count it down. I'll give it the countdown when there's 10 seconds left. See what's going on here. So we got 3 here. It's kind of guys are kind of spread. Jump on with Grizz. See this. Actually, no. We'll go to Frakkia. Frakkia catching some grass on Eau Rouge. Looked like a little traction bog. The Bentley's starting to really pull. Grizz is starting to catch up. I looked down at the timer, I looked back up, going wide by like 30 feet. That was a whoopsie. I was just gonna hammer the corner, send it. A little aggressive there, a little aggressive. Alright, we got less than a minute left. It's coming down to the end here. Good line. AWR lifted a little, which is what you should be doing. 15 seconds almost. 15 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. End of the race. That was pretty close. Well, end of the stint. I shouldn't say end of the race. All right, what's going on here?